Hi everybody, Big Dan here. Yes, I'm in my cabin again. It's kind of windy outside, it's snowing, and they're getting ready to launch the Zodiacs to supply COPA Cabana camp. That's our first stop. We've been kind of idling here, just drifting in the water for a couple hours now, waiting for the wind to die. It was up to about 55 miles per hour. It's down to about 25, which is okay for boating. The camp is about a mile away, and will probably take 4 to 6 hours to supply it, shuttling things back and forth, and then while on land get to pull a snow sled with the equipment and such up to the bank. And I guess I could take this off here, but it is pretty windy out there. Not super cold, but the wind does cut you. So I hope the next message is with sun shining and calm weather.
This is a shot of them getting the Zodiacs ready to put in the water so we can go resupply the COPA Cabana camp. Very, very cold and very, very dangerous job because the ship is rocking and a-rolling.
Pretty darn cold out here, and I didn't put my gloves on, and they're getting pretty chilly.
Well, I didn't know it at the time, but it was so cold that the microphones were freezing up. The batteries were getting cold and quitting. So I'm coming back and narrating this after the fact. Right now we're just putting Zodiacs in the water, and it's very, very dangerous because the seas are running about 3 feet and the winds are around 25 miles an hour. And what these guys do is they just go over the side on a little Jacob's ladder, which is basically a rope ladder with wooden rungs, and it's slashing back and forth. The boat's going up and down. So this is a very dangerous time. Fortunately, everybody made it without any problems. They're all wearing what we call Mustang suits, and they're full survival suits in case somebody was to go overboard. They have full flotation, so we can get them real quick. Now, these guys are loaded up with all kinds of supplies, and it took us about 4 to 6 hours to supply the camp. We had to go back and forth with 2 Zodiacs like this in this rough weather. Very, very wet, very, very cold. All the crews worked very hard, and then on the beach there is large breakers, so they had to actually stand in the water and hold the boats and then put all these supplies on sleds and drag them up a hill to the base. This is just some shots of them doing the boat work. It takes a lot of skill to operate these boats out in this tough water. You can see that they're just waiting for an opening to get into camp and resupply. They're just going back to pick up the crews. They're working pretty hard, and it's really wet out there, so you have to give them a lot of credit because they were out there all day long, and it was a pretty tough job. The wind's picking up now, so boat operations are quitting, but fortunately we are done. And then you'll see I've actually got with COPA, they call it COPA Cabana, COPA base, and it's basically just a rough campsite. You have to make your own water and everything. So goodbye, COPA Cabana.